Man, I'm feeling
armed and dangerous.
I'm trying to go see this movie
Again.
and again. Now, if you haven't seen one of my goddamn movie reviews before, just know this. If you haven't seen this movie yet, that ain't my damn problem. I will spoil everything. There's your warning. You're not getting another. Yo, Taskmaster King dies. This movie had shown us something from the start that was extremely clear to me since they dropped Black Widow. They're well aware that they dropped the ball on the entire character of the Taskmaster. So much to the point that she got one of the most disrespectful deaths I've ever seen in a Marvel movie within the MCU. She got popped in the head by ghosts, and when they panned back to her body, you just saw the bloody mess that was made of her forehead because she got a bullet in it. I think before we get into each character and the role they served in this movie, I think we should go over what I made of the plot, because just like your auntie's double F's, the plot was heavy. You know what? All this talk about superheroes and what's heavy got me thinking, are you feeling thirsty right now? Would you like a beverage? Perhaps even Homelander's favorite. I got some titty milk for you, boy. I have officially been partnered up with Gamer Subs. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Now hear me out. I'ma only need a minute. That's what he said. Be quiet. I can get you some of this stuff for free, yeah. If you'd prefer to try out a pack of Gamer Subs before buying a big bottle of 100 servings, I can do that for you. If you use my specific link in the description, gamersubs.gg/DemiC1, you will gain access to a bunch of free samples of the product. These tasty caffeinated or non-caffeinated supplements, your choice, they have less than a single calorie per serving. You hear me? If you got a big belly on you, you need to try this. Ain't no sugar in these subs. I started drinking this instead of fizzy drinks a while back, and it made a massive difference to my weight loss. So I can give you my stamp of approval that it actually works. My favorites have definitely been these two right here. And they got a whole lot of physical products for you to buy and browse through. You want a waifu cup? They got waifu cups. You want a busty mouse pad? They got that. You're gonna. If you'd prefer to want to skip the samples and go straight to buying bottles, make sure to use the code DemiC1 at checkout to get 10% off your order. Feel free to thank me for the plug, and I'd like to thank you all for using my link in the description, as well as Gamer Subs for reaching out and blessing me with all of this. Thank you. Thunderbolts went over some pretty deep topics. So deep that my lady cried throughout the entire movie. It went over the seemingly bottomless pit of depression, but not just the feeling. They were able to convey throughout each character, for the most part, how flawed people are and how flawed people see themselves. It is, by far, Marvel's greatest psychological movie. The entire film felt like a hug to your mental health. I wish they made something like this sooner. A message that I really enjoyed that this movie tried to get across was the message of not giving into the darkness. We all have it in us. The capability to do horrible things because horrible things have been done to us. Or we did terrible things to ourselves and wanted to take it out on the world. To me, this movie showed us that there's always a choice. Not necessarily a choice to get better, it's not like flicking a light switch, but when difficult times arise, will you choose to do the right thing? If not for others, then at least for yourself. If I could change the name of this movie, I'd take a page out of Kendrick Lamar's book and call it United in Grief. Everybody feels like they're alone when they fall into a depression, like nobody can understand. But the fact that they all went through it together in this movie is what brought them all closer together as a team and as a family. That shared struggle that they all thought was tearing them apart by their lonesome is what gave them the willpower, and most importantly, the heart to live on and try. They all tried to do the right thing. Let me spit some knowledge on you. You cannot change your past. You can only choose to be better in the present and in the future. Unless you're Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. That bitch. She was pissing me off throughout the entire movie. When Sentry got his hands on her, I was hoping to hear a crunch when he gripped her neck. But instead, by the end of the movie, she lived. But you might not if I catch you ignoring me again when I tell you to like and subscribe. It's so simple. The buttons are right there. And then we figure out why there was an asterisk next to the Thunderbolts title. Because this team is now officially the new Avengers. And Sam Wilson, Captain America, is now in a legal dispute over who gets to have the name. All of the comedic parts of this movie were actually funny, by the way. I really enjoyed myself. But let's talk about Bob. My favorite character in this movie was Bob. All my homies love Bob because Bob loves us. At least he did eventually. He was actually quite menacing in this movie for a while, in the middle, to be honest. When he switched to the Void, he gained the power of casting straight depression. The man was locking people in their personal nightmares, fears, and regrets like Zinyak from Saints Row 4. But before he turned to the Void, we got our first look at Robert Reynolds in the Sentry suit. And he looked gorgeous. I actually like how the suit ended up looking, for real. It was clean. They marveled it up a little bit with all the lines, and I'd prefer if they traded those lines for muscle definition, but that's just me. But besides that, it was fine. And we got to see just how strong this man is. I truly feel like this man could take on Thor and the Hulk and win the fight. That's how crazy strong this white knight nigga here was. I can tell that he might have an integral role in beating Dr. Doom in the Avengers movie. In my opinion, we didn't get enough Bucky in this movie. It wasn't that he had very little screen time. I was just hoping for a little more. Overall, I think US Agent had more screen time than him, which is actually quite alright with me. John Walker has proved himself to be a worthy character in this universe. Honest to God, I used to hate him back in the day when Falcon and the Winter Soldier first dropped, but upon a rewatch of that series and of this movie, I absolutely love his character now. He got development. His wife left him and took his baby, but that was all a part of his development. Ghost still needs a suit to contain her abilities, or she'll get all effed up and possibly die. I thought Ant-Man was gonna help her with all of that, but I guess after the blip, they went their separate ways. She was pretty dope in this movie too. Like, I actually feel for this character now. The writers of Ant-Man definitely did her dirty. Red Guardian played a key role in this movie, being the North Star for Yelena. He really got to show in this movie just how good of a father he can be and tries to be for his daughter. I couldn't be happier for the relationship that they got going on now. We got Black Widow again. That's an Avenger with her dad. I don't have a dad. The fight scenes in this movie used some top tier choreography. I loved it. I just wish that there would have been more towards the end, because the fights and all kinds of combat just kind of ended at one point when the Void started taking over the entire city. Also, how the hell is Wilson Fisk gonna explain all of that? If he even will. You know what Marvel's like? Wouldn't even mention an event that happened in Eternals until Captain America Brave New World came around. Now we need to talk about the after credits. I am not kidding. This may be one of the best after credit scenes in the entire MCU. There was two. First one being one of the funniest parts about the movie. The second one made me bustle a nussle. Our new Avengers walk in the room looking fly as hell. Bucky got a new suit and it looks amazing. Yelena, Ghost, the Red Guardian was there. Bob, nigga. They had a nice little moment in the Avengers Tower while talking about Sam Wilson. And then there was a breach just outside of the Earth's atmosphere. The Fantastic Four ship was seen to be crashing into the Earth. We are in for a great future in the MCU. I hope. But it is looking very promising. Just keep She-Hulk out of it and you'll be alright with me. I'd give the movie an 8.5 out of 10. Peak. Now give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Share the video to somebody who may want my thoughts and opinions on the new Avengers. Shout out to Rumi for winning my Marvel Rivals skin giveaway on my Patreon. You deserved it, my boy. Thank you for all the laughs and joy you bring to the people in our Discord server. What was your favorite part about this movie? Let me know in the comments below and I will be seeing you. Take care. and peace.
Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches, going both ways. She gon' do it for these fans. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands. Fuck it up, stick it up.